So today I am filming a video that I went back and forth on in my head about whether or not I was going to film it so many times, but ever since I mentioned potentially filming it, I've been getting questions from you guys asking where it is and all that stuff, so yeah, I'm filming it. As you can tell by the title, this video is going to be me talking about my experience with sorority recruitment, sorority rush, what happened, because in my video where I showed you what I wore for it, if you haven't seen that, I will link it down below. I basically mentioned that it didn't really go very well for me and I almost dropped out of rush completely, and a lot of you guys wanted to hear why. So yeah, I'm going to tell you basically everything that happened, and there has been something that has been going on for like a year that I never really talked about, so I'm going to mention that as well. Really quickly before I get on into the video, if you guys are not following me on social media and you want to keep up with my personal life, feel free, because I post tons of personal life pics and stuff on there, so yeah. Okay, yeah, I really have not planned how I'm going to do this video, so I'm probably going to be all over the place, but I guess I'm going to give you guys some background about me and how I felt like going into rush and whatnot. So basically this year I'm a junior at USC, the University of Southern California, and the reason that I just rushed this year as a junior is because I transferred from a different school that I did not rush at, and I was a transfer spring admit last year, so I couldn't rush because rush was in the fall. Rush is in the fall at USC, and even though I was a spring admit, I couldn't do it, and they don't really have spring rush. So this was the first year that I could rush at USC, and to be honest, I never really saw myself as like a sorority girl. I mean, I don't know, I was really shy in high school, so it was just never something that I really saw myself doing. But especially being a transfer student at a school where Greek life is so prevalent and very like emphasized, I feel it was something that I really wanted to do, to meet people, just to be more involved, and you know, to be able to like fit into the school more. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, so obviously not everyone is in Greek life at USC, but it is a very big thing, and it was just, for me, I felt like it would be the easiest way to feel more integrated and to meet people, meet a bunch of girls like me. So yeah, I was really excited to rush, and I had heard things that rushing as a junior isn't very easy because sororities want younger girls, so you know, they're in the sorority for longer and whatnot. But I wasn't too nervous because I did have a lot of friends in the sororities that I felt I was interested in, and they would all be like, "Oh, Tasha, you're so fine, like everyone loves you, like whatever." So I know that everyone always says to go into rush without any preconceived notions, and I do agree that that is the best way to do it, but when you've already gone to the school for a semester and you know people in the sororities, you have friends in certain sororities, you're obviously going to get an idea of where you see yourself, or you know, where you want to go. You see the people that you feel you get along with most all in like one house or two houses, and you kind of, you know, it's hard to not be like, oh, I want that one. So yeah, I did go into rush having an idea of where I thought I would see myself, but I still, you know, I still wanted to like obviously give all the houses a shot. Okay, so I went through my first round of recruitment and I actually felt really good about it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed all my conversations with the girls, and there were like 3 houses that I really liked. They also happened to be houses that I had friends in, that I had thought I would like beforehand, so maybe I was a little bit biased, but there were 3 I really liked, 3, and then obviously there was more that I still liked, and then some I didn't really like as much. But I felt really confident. I felt that all my conversations went really well, and yeah, I just felt like it was working out so far. So I remember there was like a gap day in between our first round and then when we got our first round of cuts. So yeah, I wasn't really nervous. I was feeling, like I said, pretty good about it, and I remember we were getting our email with our new schedule when I was in class. So I was prepared to open it in class, and like I said, I wasn't worried to do this because it was the first round. I was like, I'm sure it'll be fine. Like, my conversations were good, they were great. So yeah, I was in class waiting for the email. There was one of my friends next to me who was also waiting for the email, and I got it and I opened it and I looked at this email, and like my top 3 had all cut me, and then another one that I had liked cut me as well. So I was looking at it and I was like, wait, is this wrong? Is this just for like the first day? I was honestly like in shock. Yeah, so in this moment I was really shocked, especially since those 3 like favorite houses of mine, I thought the conversations went really well, and I felt like I'd kind of had my heart set on those, which I know is just, it's not the way to do it, especially because I'd only gone through the first round. But like I said, I did know people in those houses. I had experienced, you know, a bunch of girls that I knew were in those houses. So yeah, I was really upset. And although I know I did still have a good amount of houses left, I was just so focused on the fact that I was cut from all of my like favorites at the time that I was just really upset. It was hard because I had a lot of friends who were rushing at the same time as me, and none of them had been cut by as many houses as me or by the ones that they had wanted. So I just really felt like no one felt like how I felt. And at this point I was just like really discouraged. I was like, okay, like I thought I had friends in these sororities, like why wouldn't they stick up for me? And I just got really annoyed at the process. And I literally, like, I almost completely dropped out that day. I was just so upset and so like overwhelmed by what happened, and I just felt so discouraged. But the more I thought about it, I realized that there were still houses left that wanted me and wanted me to come back, and that I did have really good conversations at. And I told myself, okay Tasha, just go through another round. Like, you already went through all this. Just go through it and see what happens, and if you don't like any of them, you can always drop then, but for now, just like continue with the process. Yeah, so it was really tough continuing with the process because obviously I was still so like shooken up by the first round of cuts, but like I said, I had really great conversations. A few of the houses left I liked, a few I just really didn't see myself there. Yeah, so I ended up finishing out the process and I ended up in Alpha Phi, which honestly from the first day was one of the places I had really great conversations. I just didn't know any girls in it prior to my experience, so I just wasn't really like biased towards the house, do you know what I mean? Yes, so I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh my gosh, I'm like ecstatic, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me, because, you know, it's still like tough. It's tough meeting new girls, but I have met some awesome girls in Alpha Phi. You know, I'm still trying to get to know everyone, but I definitely am like so happy that I finished out the process, because if I had dropped, I never would have even known what it would have been like to join a house, and I never would have met the awesome girls that I've met so far. So yeah, I guess what I want to say is that I'm not going to tell you not to go in with preconceived notions, because I know that that's almost impossible. But keep an open mind. So even if you do get cut by all the houses that you thought you would have wanted, just finish it out, because even if you don't end up loving the house you're in, you can always drop it afterward. But if you drop during rush, you can't go back. Do you know what I mean? I just want to be clear that I'm not at all trying to be like, oh, Alpha Phi like wasn't what I wanted, like, but I just joined it because no, like if I hadn't wanted to join it, I wouldn't have. It's not cheap, you know what I mean? I loved all the girls I talked to. I had great conversations, so I am in no way, shape, or form trying to be like, oh, like they were my backup, like whatever. Like that's not the case. I wouldn't have joined it if I didn't feel like I could actually see myself there. Yes, so that is kind of what went down during the whole week, but I kind of want to touch on something else that has been going on with me that has to do with this for about a year now. And I just really didn't know if I wanted to bring this up, because I don't even know if you guys would care, but it's been something that's actually really been bothering me, and I don't know if this will even help anyone, but I kind of wanted to just talk about it, and maybe this will explain like what happened to me during rush, whatever. Alright, so about a year ago, maybe not quite a year ago, like January of last year, I remember I was Google searching something about USC recruitment or rush because I wanted info. I wanted to see if there was any way I could join as a spring admit. I don't know exactly what I was looking for, but I Googled it. So one of the first websites I came across, I'm not going to say the name of it because I think it's a horrible website and it really sucks. But basically, one of the first websites I came across, I clicked on, and if you guys know what this website is, please don't comment it because like I said, I think it's awful and I don't want people to know about it. But it's basically a website that has like every college on it that has like Greek life, and you can like go to your school and then it's basically just threads and forums about Greek life at that school. So I had no idea what this website was when I clicked on it. I just saw like USC, like Greek life or something, so I clicked on it and I saw my name as a title of one of the threads. At the time it was like my screen name or something, my like Fiercely Tasha, because that was like what my screen name was or whatever. And I was like, what the heck, because this thing had like 3,000 views and over 200 posts in it. So I click on this and basically people had been bashing me and talking about how I'm going to rush for like months. And the things written in this thread were so mean. And okay, I get hate comments on my videos almost every day and they don't bother me because, you know, these people don't know me in real life. But seeing it like this, like, these are the people that I most likely go to school with, and the things they're saying like affects my personal life. So seeing this was really, really difficult for me. They were saying that I hook up with all these guys. I'm like getting with this guy in this one frat, which is never, like, none of this stuff was true. They were saying how I'm a wannabe, I'm not rich enough for these sororities, I'm from this small town in the middle of nowhere, like, who am I coming to LA thinking I'm like all that. They're saying, oh, she's like cute, but when she opens her mouth I want to die. Like, just think of all the mean shit that you can think of, and it was all written about me here, and people were basically saying like every sorority should cut this girl, like make sure she's blacklisted, like she sucks, she's a weird YouTuber, blah blah blah. So because they were using my real name in this thread, I got it deleted because that's like against the site's rules or whatever. But they just kept popping back up. Like as soon as I would get one deleted, people would post new ones. And I think the most frustrating part about this for me is I was like, who is posting this stuff and who's reading this stuff? And am I like friends with them? Like, have I talked to these people and thought that they liked me and then they're going on this and like posting about me? So yeah, I never really talked about this because I didn't want people to see it. And I did bring it up to some of my friends in sororities and I was like, hey, like I found this stuff about me, it's not true, like is this going to impact me? And they were all like, oh my gosh, no, like no one reads that, like that's so stupid, like don't even worry about it, like everyone loves you that's met you, like blah blah blah. So yeah, I just like did my best to ignore it. I know people will probably say like, Tasha, like don't read it, like why would you read it, it's stupid. But like if people are saying these like really disgusting things about me, I don't want people to be reading it. So obviously I've like been monitoring it and trying to delete the things that I could get deleted. There were even people posting pretending to be me, saying things that would make me look bad, making me look like I was really cocky. It was just like a lot. These postings were going on through the whole week of recruitment as well. So people would be like, oh, I saw her on the row, like she's going back to these houses, which at this point was completely false. All the way to bid day they were like, oh, she has these two left, which completely false. Oh, she got dropped from everything, like completely false. Literally all like just crazy shit. Yeah. So I don't know if that even interested you. I just felt like I needed to talk about it and yeah, just kind of say I'm a real person. And I mean, I know it's probably not all of you guys that are posting this, it's people probably that go to my school, but yeah, I am affected by things. I'm not like not. So yeah, throughout the whole recruitment process, none of my friends in houses were allowed to talk to me because I was like a potential new member or whatever. So I talked to a few of my friends afterwards. Basically, one of my friends said that a girl that I had never talked to, I don't even know, saw those things about me and talked about them or said, no, we don't want this girl, like I've seen these rumors, I've heard these rumors, and yeah, cut me. So yeah, I don't know if that's the reason these houses cut me. I'm not going to be like, oh, this is the only reason they didn't want me, like blah blah blah, like no, that's not how it is. But I just wanted to talk about it because I think a lot of people think when they're posting online, it's not really going to get to the person, it's not really going to affect them, but there is a potential that it did affect me. Anyways, that's basically my rush experience. I just want to end off this video once again saying I am very, very happy that I joined. Everyone I've met so far has been super welcoming and so sweet to me. I'm getting a big soon, so I'm really, really excited about that. And yeah, I mean, obviously I'm still friends with all my friends in other houses, and it's nice because I get to make friends in Alpha Phi, but I can also have my friends in other houses, so yeah, it all works out. It was a tumultuous, stressful process for me, but yeah, you know, what happens happens, and it's nice to know that the girls in Alpha Phi actually wanted me, and whether or not they did see these rumors about me, they wanted me and to get to know me as myself, instead of like going off of rumors or shit or whatever. Yes, so I don't know if this video would be helpful to any of you guys, but it was so requested and this is what happened to me. If you guys have any crazy sorority rush experiences, please put them down in the comments below because, girl, I know it can suck. Anyways, I love you guys so, so much. Thank you for sticking with me and stay tuned for my next video. Bye!